What's up, guys? It's Will here, back again, and I'm here to talk about some very exciting news, and that is JND Studios, officially known for their lifelike, hyper-realistic statues, officially entering the 1/6 scale marketplace. This is going to be, I think, pretty interesting news at minimum, pretty exciting for some, pretty, concerning for others. I think this is going to be a really exciting development overall for 1/6 scale collecting. I have my things with JND, which we'll talk about, but I do want to play a little bit of this video just showcasing JND kind of announcing that they are going to be entering the 1/6 scale marketplace officially at the end of this year. We knew they were going to be entering it. We didn't know when, but now we have more clarity. Let's play a little bit of this video.
This is not a definite news. This is a vague news. I'm not able to make an announcement about the 1/6 scale action figure product launch. I can't tell you if it's going to be launched at the end of the year, and I'm not able to tell you if this is an epic character. When we get the license in the contract, then I will be able to, or not, tell you anything. That was the vague news of the day.
Okay. So that's as much as we got. That's them being sort of tongue-in-cheek saying we are entering 1/6 scale and we're going to come out with a bang with an iconic legendary character. Who knows who it could be? It's probably something Warner Bros, JND, InArt, all those companies seem to do pretty well with Warner Bros licenses, but they don't seem to get Star Wars, Marvel, stuff like that. I think Sideshow, Hot Toys, those type of manufacturers have pretty much a lock on those licenses. So it's basically Warner Bros and other licenses that they can acquire that they want to go for from there. Maybe you see a John Wick, right? It's not Warner Bros, but maybe you see John Wick, maybe you see some other iconic character, maybe you see a Terminator, right? Maybe they do something cool like that. Guys, this is a very interesting development because InArt came into the 1/6 scale game, and for the longest time, it was really just Hot Toys sort of dominating the marketplace. Of course, there was 3-0. Of course, there were, third-party figures. Of course, there were Star Race and other companies making good to decent figures, but Hot Toys was really the king, and no one was really able to compete with them. Until InArt came in and sort of changed everything, offered more premium materials, rooted hair for most figures, die-cast accessories. It was a change in the game, and then Hot Toys has since responded with their artisan line and other sort of updates that they've done to sort of combat the InArt sort of, hype that people have been riding on that hype train. So I will say that InArt has had a significant impact on the 1/6 scale market, even with only releasing 3 figures right now. So that has been very significant. If we have JND come into the fold, what does that mean? JND is what they're really known for is hyper-realism. Would we see maybe 1/6 scale silicone head sculpts? From what I remember, I remember them saying I think that was not going to be the case. I don't know why you would do that. I think it's diminishing returns at that point, because if you think about it, this is a 1/6 scale figure, right? It's 12 to 13 inches tall for most figures. Silicone, do you really need that level of detail in something so small? If you had like a 1/3 scale statue, sure, bigger canvas, bigger portrait, by all means, go wild, do what you need to do with silicone. I'm not sure though that you would need to do that for a 1/6 scale collectible figure, but I guess we'll see. I'm assuming they're going to take a similar approach to InArt, sort of make it premium, sort of make it, like high end, make it like rooted hair and real leather and die-cast accessories and magnets and articulation and stuff like that. But then InArt has kind of already been doing that, and they've kind of already taken control of that market, right? And JND coming in, the times are going to get real interesting, guys. Because these figures are not going to be cheap. There's no doubt about it. I think JND is probably going to come in hot and charge more than InArt is charging, because that's what they've done for their statues. They want to see themselves known as the premium brand, right? In order to maintain that image, they have to charge that way. So if they have to convince you that you're paying for something that is the ultimate quality, the ultimate lifelike, hyper-realistic, premium, top of the line, top of the food chain quality, and that's something they're going to have to convince you to do. 1/6 scale collectors are going to be in for a very interesting time, because think of it this way. 1/6 scale collectors, from the poll I ran, I know I bring this stat up a lot, around $3,000 or less budgeted 2 figures per year. If you're buying an InArt or 2, that's probably around $1,000 for rooted hair shipped out the door for 2 figures, right? And then if you buy a JND, maybe they come in at $600 or $700, right, per figure. That's going to be real interesting. And then Hot Toys, how much money do you have left over to buy Hot Toys that year? This is going to be real interesting, because there's been a lot of collectors who have been resistant to the idea of paying these type of prices for 1/6 scale figure. However, times are changing, and I think these companies are starting to improve their quality and pursue quality over all else, instead of pursuing maybe volume, right? Still selling a decent amount of figures. I'm sure they're moving thousands of these figures, but it's like, instead of selling, a million troopers and making this character and make it a decent quality, they'll make like a smaller number of characters, sell it for a higher price, and then get more collectors sort of invested that way. So I don't know. I mean, this is going to be really interesting to see. I'm also excited. There's been some rumors over time that maybe JND Studios could enter 1/6 scale collecting. That would be really exciting. If that were the case, again, this is really, really going to start to heat up. If Infinity, JND, InArt, Hot Toys are all going at the same sort of collector market, and they're all just raising their game and making high quality shit, what does that mean for 1/6 scale collecting? It means we're probably going to get the best figures we've ever gotten, but they're also going to get the highest prices you've ever gotten. Because with that quality increase, with the material increase in quality, the price is going to go up. That's just inevitable. It's inevitable. It's absolutely inevitable. It's going to happen. And it's something that I really want people to be prepared for when this does change, because I do think the 1/6 scale game is going to be undergoing some significant changes over the next couple years. I do think this is going to be something that, we're going to see a big fluctuation in the market. That's what I would say. I mean, we're already starting to see from Hot Toys lower batches, right? We're starting to see, figures go up in price. We're starting to see things sell out quicker. We're starting to see prices rise again. So yeah, man. And I know, like I said, with InArt, they got 3 figures under their belt, but they've built some hype. And Hot Toys, what they did with that Artisan, Joker, and Anakin, they built some hype with those 2. They got people's attention. People were real engaged and real invested with those 2 figures. And if Hot Toys starts making more of those and starts making that quality limited, I think you got people's attention. So I think this is going to be pretty exciting news ultimately, guys. I'm excited for JND to enter. I've never owned a JND product. I've never owned a JND statue. However, I have seen lots of happy customers. I've seen lots of unhappy customers. I've seen a lot of QC issues. So maybe it's anecdotal. Maybe it's just been what I've seen on Facebook. Maybe those blow up instead of all those happy customers. I don't know. It does worry me a little bit. It does concern me a little bit with JND, just based on what I've seen. Again, I have not owned a JND product, so I can't speak to the quality in hand. I don't have one, but I think a lot of them look phenomenal. And then some of them, there's QC issues, and I think the head sculpts have started to decline a little bit just based on photos. I have not seen them in person. Based on photos that I have seen, I feel like the Arthur Fleck at the beginning was really good. The Golden Armor Wonder Woman was really good. And then since then, there's been some ones that have just been kind of, they're declining a little bit. They're declining in quality. And that's what's really been fascinating to me. So I'm excited to see what they do with 1/6 scale collecting and what it's going to mean, but times may be a-changing, guys. And I think it's important that we prepare for that, because if you want to still collect Hot Toys and you don't want to collect JND or InArt, that's totally reasonable, because Hot Toys is still going to be around. They make amazing shit, and they're going to, release it for maybe $300, $350 or less, depending upon the character, right? But if you want JND, if you want InArt, if you want maybe Infinity, if they ever enter, because JND Studios makes some really good statues, there's going to be some higher price tags, and people need to prepare for that. It's always important to prepare for those anomalies, prepare for those ones that just pop up out of nowhere. You didn't know it was coming, and now you got to PO it because you really want it. So this is a very interesting time, guys. I'm excited. I think this is an uncertain but exciting time. And I think at the end of the day, that's all we can ask for is innovation and progression. And I think that's what we're getting. And I think JND, I hope JND is going to offer that. So I hope they compete with InArt. I hope they compete with Hot Toys. I hope they compete with Infinity or whoever else enters. I hope 3-0 raises their game, because they already make good stuff. Just the head sculpts maybe could use a little bit of improvement. But other than that, they make good stuff too. Iconic Studios, very exciting what they're doing. That Muhammad Ali looks amazing. People love that Ryu. So excited to see where this ends up, guys. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to this video. Click the notification bell for all news updates similar to this. But JND Studios, pretty exciting. I'm glad the JND is being open. I think this guy's name is Daniel. Daniel, I'm so sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. I'm not exactly sure, but he's great. I think he really does a good job presenting the content. Very likable. So I think overall, I'm glad the JND put out this announcement. Hopefully we can welcome them to 1/6 with open arms. Hopefully they deliver for us. They're used to the statue community. I think 1/6 scale collectors, we collectors are a little bit different. We have a little bit different expectations. Maybe we're a little bit pickier. I'm not sure, but overall, I think we're a very welcoming community. So hopefully we invite them with open arms. Hopefully they deliver what we want, and they raise the bar for everyone. So really excited to see how this shakes out. But guys, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all from me for now. I did it right that time. Finally, that's all from me for now. Did it right. So yeah, check out the video. I'll leave a link in the description. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. Peace out. See you later in the next one. Bye, bye. See you later. Bye, bye. And I'll end this. Bye.